friends, we're back today for another video in the series 30 Reviews in 30 Days. Over the course of the month of September, I am hoping to review 30 books here on my channel. It's interesting how my choice of verb has changed over the month so far. At the beginning of the month, I think I said I intend to. Now, in the middle of the month, I'm saying I hope to. But I'm still hopeful that we will be able to review 30 books here in the month of September. Anyway, today we are going to be talking about a novel, Write My Name Across the Sky by Barbara O'Neill. I received this complimentary copy from the book promoters, TLC Book Tours. They send me books to review occasionally, and I usually enjoy the books that they send me. Sometimes they're books that I probably wouldn't necessarily go to a bookstore and pick out myself. I probably wouldn't buy this book online. But when I read it, I always wonder why I don't read more books like this, because they're fun, they're interesting, and they're fun. Write My Name Across the Sky by Barbara O'Neill. This is my first time reading anything from this author, and it was really good. It was really, really good. We're reading about three women, two sisters and their aunt, who stepped in to take care of them when their mother died when they were children. The older sister is Samantha. She's a video game creator. The younger sister is a musician, just like their mother was, but she does more folk type music, where the mother was a rock star. And the aunt was a stewardess, one of those women who was kind of burned by maybe the story of her own mother not following her dreams, not pursuing her passion because she had gotten bogged down in a marriage with children. And so this woman, the older woman in the book, I guess when she was a younger woman, she decided to become a stewardess, and she was one of those women who kind of pushed the airline industry to extend the careers of women to continue working as long as they want to, as opposed to previously when stewardesses could only work until they were, I think, 34. Or if they got married. In any case, yeah. So the older woman in this story, she's been a success at feminism, and she's pushed her romantic life to the back burner for the causes that were important to her. And so it's interesting seeing how she tries to kind of reconcile maybe whether or not those were mistakes that she made, because there are some mistakes that she made that are coming to a head. She participated in some art forgery, some art crimes when she was a stewardess. She helped the man who was her lover. I don't want to give too much of that story away, but she was involved in some art crimes, and now her past is kind of catching up with her, and the FBI comes calling. At the same time, we're reading about what's happening in her two nieces' lives. And this story is all taking place in a beautiful apartment in New York City, one of those architectural dream type apartments that probably only exists in novels these days. I don't know if they really exist. I've never been inside one, but in this book it feels like you get a tour of this magical place where it's a beautiful large apartment, large airy high-ceilinged apartment, complete with greenhouse, and this older woman has been cultivating flowers for decades, and it's just beautiful. The setting is beautiful, even as the women's lives seem to be falling apart. I love the back and forth that we get in this book. We're reading alternating perspectives, short chapters that focus on each of the women in turn, and so it feels like you don't get so invested in following any one character that you're rooting exclusively for one person. You are at all points, I feel, rooting for this family, rooting for these three women to just continue to support each other and do what they need to sustain each other at a time when they're all in crisis. I loved the romance in this novel. I love how the author chose to use three different types of expression of romance, three different ways that you could fall in love. The slow burn, the decades-long platonic relationship that is slowly evolving or has evolved without maybe the people really or at least one of the people, not quite acknowledging the change in the relationship that you say goodbye to because you want to sacrifice yourself for other causes, or the like instant connection that you have with someone even before you know their name, and it's almost as if you have to slow stuff down intentionally. So I love that. I love how the author explores the different kinds of ways that you can fall in love and the different effects that falling in love can have on a person's life and the choices that people make. I also love how she explores the dynamics between these women, the explosive relationship that the two sisters have, and the different places that they're coming from. So I really enjoyed this one. I would recommend this one if you're a fan of TV shows. And I say TV shows because this book is such a visual representation. So if you liked TV shows that are family oriented, maybe like This Is Us, or a few years ago, I really enjoyed Brothers and Sisters, that Sally Field type character, where we're focusing on an older woman pursuing a relationship, maybe past what you would consider to be her prime. I love how the author includes this older woman being a very influential woman in her own right, not just in decades past, but continuing. Like, she has a very successful Instagram account and a role as an influencer on Instagram, and the connection that she makes with people, older women, not just older women, but I guess people looking for that kind of sage advice from an older woman. And so I love how she represents these women at different places in their life and the contributions that they make to each other's lives and to the world at large. So I love this. I really, really enjoyed this. I also love the backdrop of music, how she expresses music, lyrics, and just kind of talking about the impact that music as an art form and visual art can have on people. And I loved it. I really enjoyed this one. I wrote a blog post. I'll link that down below if you'd like to go check me out, check out my blog review of this book. And on my blog, I describe this as maybe the experience of sipping chai tea, sitting on a blanket in the park at an outdoor concert. That's what reading this book kind of felt like at certain places. So I want to recommend this one to you if you are looking for an independently published book to read, if you're a fan of romance novels or general fiction novels that have a little romance. You might want to check this one out. Barbara O'Neill, Write My Name Across the Sky. Like I said, I got a free copy of this book, but my review is honest and as unbiased as it could possibly be when you get a free book. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope to chat with you in the comments down below if you liked my review, if you've read anything by this author, if you've read this book, or if you want to pick it up because of something I said here in this video. Would love to chat with you about that down below. Leave me a comment, give me a thumbs up if you like this video, subscribe if you haven't already. Continue to support my channel in whatever way you can, whether it is just by a comment, a subscription, or sharing my videos with someone else you think might want to hear me talk about books. So thank you so much for watching. We'll be back tomorrow for another video in the series 30 Reviews in 30 Days. Until then, happy reading. Bye.